Thank you for joining me, welcome. If you're new here, hello, I'm Maisie. Welcome to my house, my home at Cottage, where myself, my partner Rich and our very cute dog Jess live. First of all, I just wanted to start by saying thank you so much to everybody that wrote really nice messages on my last video. The reason this is sort of a week late, so normally I try and get a video out every Sunday, was actually because I found losing Holly so much harder than I thought. I don't know why I thought it'd be easy. But yeah, a lot of tears have been shed, but again, thank you so much for all your really nice messages. They were so lovely to read. I was also very grateful to have some lovely friends that have sent me some gorgeous presents, nice photo frames of her in, and various candles, plant holders, things like that, and I was so touched, which didn't help with the tears things, but in a nice way. So we're getting there. It is hard, but that is life. When you have a best friend for 13 years, it's not going to be easy for them to suddenly go, but we do our best and we move forward. So I have been doing some gardening over the last couple of weeks. I've realised today I pretty much just now live in this outfit, so all of my snippets that I've been taking, I look like I either do it all in one day or I never ever like wash or change. I promise I shower and wash my clothes. I do that. But yeah, so all the veg seeds have been planted, so I'll take you on a tour and see what's happening, because actually I haven't looked at them for the last couple of days. There was started to be some growth, so I'm hoping more is happening. I hope you guys come along with me. So I've been looking for a mirror like this for absolutely ages and ordered it 16 weeks ago. It's finally arrived and I just love it so much. I probably should have shown you guys without, my teddy bear and laundry basket being in the way, but that's where we're at. So it is just to add a bit more light in. So we've got the bathroom to my left here and then the bedroom and staircase down that way. So I'm really hoping it's just going to brighten it up, because even though there is a light above, it does get really quite dark. Time for a quick check in the cold frame. So the parsley that I bought from the supermarket and split up is looking good. More parsley growing that I planted from seeds. Nothing with the garlic or the rosemary yet, but I hold out some hope. Thousands of time, perhaps was a little heavy on planting those. Some movement with chives, some sage and a bit of dill there as well. The mint also looks like it's just starting to peek a couple through. I don't think I've ever looked underneath thyme before, but look how pretty and purple this is. These two little boxes of seeds that I've got. So this is the veg one, and it ranges from carrots to aubergine to 2 different types of tomato. I'll go through everything with you guys as I plant it and hopefully as it grows as well. Then I've got one for flowers. These have been bought for me either by my parents or friends. I'm very lucky to have people that support my slight gardening addiction. I've always kept the kind of information that goes with them. Then we've got some beautiful zinnias and some hollyhocks, loads of seeds in here because I actually kept some from my own plants last year and I'm hoping to grow those.
I know it's nothing new, but it's so good to see you. We do this every day and I'm still so amazed by you. So hold me tight through the night. It's just us two, me and you. Never ends. It's being more than friends, yeah. You know I'm here to stay every single day, yeah. So hold me tight through the night. Just us two, me and you.
I had absolutely no luck growing onions from seed last year, so I bought these plugs to cheat a little bit from a local garden centre. So I'm hoping they bring me slightly more success.
Believe you love me, I just feel so lucky, still can't believe you love me. Falling into your arms, dancing up in the stars. Oh, where I'd rather be than with you. I can't believe you love me. I just feel so lucky. Still can't believe you love me.
This area last year I didn't use at all. It was essentially just wasted space, which, considering we don't have a giant garden, is pointless. So I've got some leftover onion plugs and I just thought, why not plant them here and see what happens.
I could sit around and wait all day. You lay easy on my mind, like a candle I just burn away. All we really have is time. All we really have is time. I don't wanna waste it on anybody. Take it with anybody but you. I don't wanna waste it on anybody. Take it with anybody but you. What was it they used to say? Seeking you will find. There is nothing in you that is fading. All you ever do is shine. You are brighter all the time.
geranium is really pretty, but it's just starting to take over slightly too much space. So I'm just going to pull some of it out and then replace it with something else that I'll buy at some point, hopefully, just to add to the cottage garden, because I really like variety. And this at the minute is taking up about 1/3 of this space. After digging some out, I actually found a little hollyhock trying to break through, so hopefully that will grow a bit better now it's not being completely covered. If we do another quick walkthrough of what's happening in the garden, so this is along the right hand side, loads of the Sweet William, which hopefully I think is going to flower this year. It didn't last year, but all these spikes maybe are a bit more hopeful, so we'll have to see what happens. Yes, there's some weeds in the background which need to go. Mini rhododendron has finally got some flowers and looking very pretty. Is a little bit covered by the Sweet William, so I might need to trim that back a little bit. This is my absolute favourite rose bush, so it produces these really big, bright yellow flowers, and they're stunning. So starting to bud there, so I'm hopeful with that as well, that that's going to look as pretty as ever. Then this plant, I actually don't know what it is, so I bought it from the village plant sale. I just wanted to kind of fill some space along here. The flowers are really interesting, so if anyone could let me know in the comments what it is, that would be really helpful. The clematis has flowered and looking beautiful. I do have to be a little bit careful because it does like to climb pretty quickly, just to make sure it doesn't take over the roses space. I planted this really pretty red flower last year actually from a bulb, but I cannot remember what it is. So again, if anyone could let me know, I'm very grateful. Primula looking alright. Ranunculus that I planted a couple of weeks ago, still looking fab. Another one of these mystery red flowers. They do look a little bit like the ranunculus, so maybe it's part of that family. The GM or geranium from a couple of weeks ago, starting to flower beautifully. Nothing happening on the bulbs either side of it, but I really need to rake up some of these leaves. Bedding plants and pots still looking okay. Look how cute this piece of porcelain is that I found. Oh, and one of the bulbs looks like something might be happening here, so I think this one might be one of the dahlias. And over to the left hand side, still looking a bit messy, but this flower is starting to produce some absolutely beautiful small pink flowers. Again, there are some weeds that definitely need to go. Strawberries starting, so this is a wild strawberry that just basically grows wherever it feels like, and I just have to keep it in check. And we've got some more hollyhocks starting to make their way through, and which I'm really excited about because I love hollyhocks. So these are the pretty kind of small pink purpley flowers. This was here when we got here, so again I'm not entirely sure what it is. This is the section that really needs some work actually. This bit, nothing ever seems to grow particularly well. I did plant a hollyhock which does seem to be doing something, so hopefully that will fill up some of the space, but I just need to think about what to do with this sort of waste bit at the minute. This was a really beautiful sort of dark pink leaved bush. Again, the name escapes me, but I'm really upset because it seems to have died and I don't quite know why. Yeah, and this was here from when we moved in, and I think it's been here probably since the beginning really, because it's certainly quite mature, but some new growth is starting after I trimmed quite a lot of it back last week. More geranium. My passion fruit plant, if I'm honest, hasn't done much, but I'm still hopeful now the weather's getting warmer. Plenty of peonies in the garden because they are one of my favourite flowers. This one I need to tie up because it's getting a bit heavy, but yeah, loads in there. I think they really suit the cottage garden look, and they just produce the most beautiful flowers. This is another rose which actually I really like, because we've managed to train it, and actually it was partially trained, but we've managed to do it quite a lot last year, and it's done really well. Produces loads of beautiful flowers. Like I say, another peony, although this one seems to have a bit of a dead bit, but I need to get rid of that at some point. Dead. I'm not sure what's happened there, but we can fix that. Some beautiful blue forget-me-nots. I actually planted these from seed last year, but they didn't do anything last year, and this year they seem to have done really well already. Unsure what this is. I think it might have been one of those seed bomb things I planted. 2 more ranunculuses, which looking fun, absolutely fab. I love the colour of them. This I didn't plant, but it's the greater knapweed, and bees and butterflies seem to absolutely love it, so I'm going to leave it. I just have to be a little bit careful because it is a wildflower, so it can start to take over a bit. Apple tree looking beautiful with these blossoms. I'm not expecting anything obviously this year, but things are looking good. And the plum tree as well, some great leaves, did have some blossoms which seem to have gone, but hopefully we'll get some more. And then the veg patch, which we sorted out last time, rhubarb still looking good, although all the rhubarb stems are actually really thin. I'm not sure quite how to thicken them up. Onions that I planted earlier, obviously like you saw in this video, they're still there, I guess. I can't expect much from them at the minute. And blueberry and raspberry also looking fab. In this hanging basket which just gone out the back, there are 2 chrysanthemums and one, I think you call it bacopa, which will trail down and hopefully look beautiful. Do need to paint the back of the house, but that's a job for another day. Right team, it's actually now been 2 weeks since I filmed the beginning of this video where I planted things out, so let's have a little look. Herbs are doing pretty well, still nothing on the garlic or rosemary, but we've got some basil, we've got even more parsley, so need to decide what to do with that. Again, so much time. The dill's looking pretty nice though. So these are all the seedlings that I took out and put into the slightly bigger pots. They're all doing fine. I really don't know what I'm going to do with this much time. I'm going to have to find someone that needs it somewhere. These supermarket parsleys have really surprised me actually. I think they're looking great. Mint's starting to grow a little bit better as well. Then into the first veggie bit, so the pak choi's looking good. Nothing on the red onion. I've really struggled to grow onions. No asparagus. We've got some kale, but although it looks like, I don't know if this has been eaten or it's just growing funny, but I need to keep a bit of an eye on that. Nothing on the peppers or aubergine. Again, really struggled to grow those last year. Carrots are starting to come out nicely. I need to make sure to sieve the soil this year so they don't grow so funny shaped. Cucumber, I went a bit heavy with the cucumber seeds, I think, so we've got 5 in this pot and 5 I think in this, maybe 4 in that pot. Courgette always do pretty well. Looks like we've got another one just about to creep out as well. Tiny little lettuces. Again, I think I might have planted slightly too many. I probably should have staggered it through the summer. Radish doing well. Chard in both pots also looking good. Nothing on the celery front so far. Or actually that might be maybe a tiny bit of growth. I'm not convinced by that. So far just one of each of the tomato varieties. I probably should have started those a bit earlier indoors, but you know, time. Spinach, which I'm really pleased about because nothing happened with my spinach last year. Cress, I mean, you can't go wrong with cress really, can you? And spring onion, which again struggled with last year, so that's looking good. Over onto the flower side, the cosmos is looking fantastic, so I think I need to take some of those out and actually probably just start planting them in the garden. Then a couple of things struggling, the echinopops, which again I couldn't seem to get to do anything last year. I've really struggled to say this, antirrhinium. I've got a couple of varieties. This one I unfortunately actually dropped the pot, which is why it's growing a bit funny, but they're growing. Nigella, yeah, nothing, and I had nothing last year either, sadly. Candy Tufts looking okay, and then the delphiniums, I'm not sure. Oh, actually no, 2 starts of one, so that's good. So team, thank you so much for watching today's video. I hope you have enjoyed, feel inspired to do some gardening, just get out there. It doesn't matter how much land you've got, even if you don't have a garden at all. So our first house that we lived together, we actually rented, had a teeny tiny courtyard, but pots are there. You can actually do quite a lot with pots if you want to do herbs, vegetables, you know, grow bags with tomatoes and potatoes in. You know, you don't need acres of land. I don't have the biggest garden in the world, but I do like to try and use it for a mixture of things that look nice, lawn for Jess to run around on, seating, which we actually need to buy some garden furniture, and then, you know, edible things. There's something about gardening that I just find so satisfying and relaxing, and like I say, if you grow your own fruit or vegetables, and when you pick something like, you know, a carrot or even the mint that I've been using, you pick it and you use it, it's just a nice, a funny but nice feeling I think you get with that. Or maybe it's just I'm getting older, I don't know. At, you know, no point in my late teens, early 20s did I think that the most enjoyment I would get out of life are the smallest, simplest things. I thought it'd be, you know, lavish cars, big holidays, things like that, but no, I just really enjoy doing, just pottering around the garden, doing little things here and there, and I'm very grateful that, you know, we've been able to buy a house with a garden. So, you know, gratitude is 100% today. It's been a good day. I hope you guys have all had a fantastic day as well. Enjoy the next week, and we'll see you again next time. Bye.